colors are so vivid. Oh, how they love you, who? But does anyone really notice the true colors of you? Some see aggravation, but you, my dear, are aggregation. Yes, aggregation. Even though it's all love, not all are wise enough to understand the perceptions of love that your atoms bear. Forever finding fault in these bright colors of hair that you wear. Little do they know that it's a true representation of all the wisdom, innovation, and passion you've got going on in there. It's not just about physical attributes. It's not just about your lovely scent. It's the way you bend and not break or be weathered by the storm as if your stems and roots are rooted in cement. She's so pretty. Why doesn't she always smile? I've been heard from the lips of a few. The lips of a few that know not that smiles are something more than just a physical expression worn on the outside of you. Smiles are celebrations, internal, and not only an external expression of a mouth, but a great feeling inside when you know what you're about. Flower child, with you I have no doubt when it comes to you knowing what you're about. For it seems that you have been surrounded by positivity ever since you were just a sprout. Even before you were a sprout, when you were merely just a seed, we were able to tell that you were here not just to occupy a space while looking beautiful in it, but to make a mark in this universe and succeed. Now you're no sprout anymore. You're all grown up, most importantly prayed up, always showing gratitude to God. This is why you stay up. Yet while you stay up, some just want to see you down. But this will never happen, for your roots are firmly planted in the ground. Firmly planted in the ground, even though most times you're always surrounded by water. You've always been a perfect representation of ocean's long-lost daughter. Shades of purple around your neck, worn like a necklace to represent sensitivity and care. Bits of green around your eyes, an epitome of growth, peace and harmony with nature, of which you generously share. Always showing love, flower child, you're always showing light. Yet some take your kindness for weakness, and will try anything to take a bite, thinking that they can kiss your lips in hopes to taste your petals, when you're not even worthy to taste your truth. As a matter of fact, they can't even touch your fruit. And the only one that's worthy of receiving your kisses right now is Mother Nature. But she's not just the only one that knows you, but is also responsible for the colors of your truth.
Wonderful. Colors of You, just one of the many poems in his book there, A Mindset of the Moon. And of course, you just heard from Kevin Agard, and he goes by the name This Lion Car Team. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago right here on CTV and Talk City 91.1 FM. We're also streaming live on ctvtt.com. And as we continue to get into it, you just heard from This Lion Car Team, and of course, I was taken from the book A Mindset of the Moon. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you as well.
What is the inspiration behind this book?
Actually, it started off as a healing process from heartbreak by penning my thoughts based on reflection to see exactly where the mind is and how to deal with these situations, and it actually transformed into art. When I sat back to look back and read on everything, it was basically like a healing process for me, first of all. And when I started penning these thoughts and sharing with the world, it also uses a healing process for others. And then a lot of people online and stuff was like, hey, we need a book, we need a book, we need a book, and started to jump in my messages and say that I used to help them, people who dealing with depression, people who dealing with heartbreak and other stuff in relationships like that, and I went and actually published it.
How long did it take you to actually put together all those pieces?
It actually took about probably 2 years.
So it was 2 years of recovery, you would say, from that experience. Was it one heartbreak or?
It was, well, the writing started after a 9-year relationship that ended up breaking up. And this was the writing was a part of the healing process some years after that. And I just keep on writing and writing because, as I said, writing is a healing process. What I believe is that men don't take time to heal and stuff. We get out of a relationship and we just move from one onto the other. And the emotional pain and emotional baggage from one relationship transcends onto this new relationship. And we now as men end up hurting more women because of that same thing then. I think it's something that also stems with from childhood, where as if a girl falls a parent might tell them, might get up and nurture them and stuff like that. But if it's a man, if it's a boy, falls now, you might just tell him, dust it off and get up and go again. And we as men, growing up with that belief that when we fall, whether it is in a relationship, whether it is heartbreak or anything, is just to get up and go again. And we don't take that certain time to heal and nurture ourselves, and it just causing a lot of havoc out there and more hurt onto others.
So following that 9-year relationship, you would have experienced some level of anger as well, correct?
Yeah, for real.
Were you able to put together some poems about that anger, expressing that anger?
Yeah, it did.
And did it help you when you expressed it on paper? Did it really help you?
Yeah, it helped me because writing it and then going back and read it, then you yourself, you take a different perception of yourself then, because you get to realize how much anger is there inside of you. Look back at like, wow, you know, this is what he was thinking at the point of time.
And how many poems you have in that book?
290.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of writing.
Yeah,
how long does it take
pages.
you to really put together one piece, for instance?
Minutes, sometimes seconds. It based on, the whole book is not about heartbreak, it's about love, it's about growth, it's about nature, it's about personally anything. I mean, based on my surroundings, I could just write a poem based on where I am and how I'm feeling. That type of, that's getting a vibe of feeling a vibe of whatever is around me at the point of time then.
Now you mentioned that people gave you positive feedback when they first saw your work. Where did they first see it?
On Twitter and Instagram, I went viral when I shared a piece that goes, knowing how to touch her without touching her really touches her. That's more or less saying that you could really touch somebody without physically interacting with them. I mean, it's more than just material, more than just holding on to somebody. You could hold on to somebody in a sense of vibe and love and being there for them in that type of sense, and you know, not just, everything is not just about the physical. And that piece ended up going viral all over Instagram. It was like crazy. And you're starting to see people in different languages commenting that you had a Google Translate to find out what is he speaking about. If they bad talking you or they just commending you, but they was commending you at that point of time. So it was a real good vibe.
How would you describe your style of poetry?
Deep.
Deep.
Yeah, really deep in the way I look at things. For example, at this time I was in Tobago in Black Rock, just rocking back, and I saw this caterpillar just making its way up to the tree. And I was just feeling off of the caterpillar vibe, and I was like, you know, we as men think that we're the most dominant on the earth. But look at the caterpillar, how she makes her way up the tree alone by herself, getting ready for her new journey, basically, and it's her alone. And we as men, we can't be without anybody in that sense. We had to be around people to grow. And sometimes you need a form of solitude to grow now. And this is why I learned from the caterpillar at the point of time. Because if the caterpillar didn't go as deep in its solitude, it would never turn into the butterfly. So that is the little examples we could take from nature. I mean, look at simple things like an animal in the forest. When an animal gets hurt, it stops, it stays there for probably days, don't eat or anything, just to heal. You know, I mean, there's inspiration all around me, so I'm always inspired.
When did you first start to write? Was it after that heartbreak?
Yeah, positively after that, yeah.
So it was a good thing in a sense?
Yeah, it was a good thing in a sense. That's why I say, you know, you have to like trust the process where you're at. Sometimes you might be in a situation, you might think to yourself that, hey, look at what's going on, how things is, but you had to believe in God first of all, and you had to trust the process that something good going to come off it, because if my heart wasn't broken at that point of time, this would have never happened. So this is a product of heartbreak. This is a product of the situation I was in, coming out of it and being able to spend time with myself and seeing what is really going on with me internally, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And this actually helped a lot of people that were going through depression and stuff as well. Because I had people reach into my inbox and say that, hey, you know, sometimes the things you write really hit a nail, and I needed to see that at that point in time. And it helped me out of the situation I was in. So it doesn't work as a healing process for me, but for others as well.
So let's talk a little bit about how you were back then and how you are now coming out of this. What were your weaknesses back then and how are you different now?
I think my weaknesses back then was ego. That was the first thing I wrote was humility is the compass that keeps directing us to our true selves, stating that you could never be who you're supposed to be if you follow the ego. That could only happen when you be humble in a sense. And as time grew, I'm a Gemini, my birthday is this week, Tuesday. So we're naturally egotistical people by nature, always at war with ourselves, with that dual type of personality. And that dual personality is basically ego and humility trying to fight against each other. And we now had to find ways to actually move closer to humility. If not, we'll be controlled by our ego. So I think I'm more humble a person because of all of this.
Okay. Are there any other poems in that book that you'd like to share with us so that we can discuss it?
Yeah, sure.
So you mentioned ego being the very first poem that you wrote.
Yeah.
Are you willing to share that one, or are there others that you'd like to?
Yeah, I would. This piece is about ego also, but it's more prose. Okay. Not everything is rhyme in poetry. There's this type of connection where our souls converse with each other before we could visually realize each other's existence. Later on, upon physical introduction, it brings about a feeling of having met before. Is this deja vu? No, it isn't. Our souls just know who's best for us and who's not, long before we do. This is why we should never let our egos choose for us.
Breaking the reading stereotype, that is the name of this segment.
Okay.
So,
I love the name.
You are somebody who loves to read. Would you describe yourself as somebody? And would you say that that has actually helped you in your writing?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Reading does help.
What sort of material do you read?
A little poetry. I love Maya Angelou. I love music, and old music helps a lot with it too, but based on reading, Maya Angelou was, is this, I forgot how to pronounce his name, a Chinese guy.
Okay.
He wrote How to Love, How to Relax, stuff like that, a Buddhist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot
Robin
of reading.
Sharma.
Right.
People
And that
like
has
that.
helped your work. What is your vision? What are your plans for the future? Can we expect more books from you?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, this is based on pain, experience, everything around me, and that is something that just don't run out. So I believe there are a lot of more books in me, and I believe this is just an early stage, and I have a lot of things that I want to share that I actually start penning already, but haven't shared it yet. So for sure there'll be other books. I have people who bought my books and I was like, hey, we're already ready for other book. But the book is not even like 6 months yet, and they're already ready for other books.
So where is this book available?
Well, on Amazon right now. You could get also on my website, that's www.thislioncarteam.com. Yeah. Thing happen that every time I bring it in the country, it just sell like so fast. It actually sell in 637 continents right now. Like, yeah, so doing really good away. Yeah, Africa, Asia, India, America, the UK, Australia. Yeah.
That's really good. Congratulations. So you can just hold it up for the camera, A Mindset of the Moon, and it's available
Here's the camera,
on Amazon.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
All right, and of course, that's the guy there, Kevin Agard, his pen name, This Lion Carteam. What are your closing comments? What would you like to say to those looking on and listening?
I would like to say, one of my favorite pieces is the pieces I put in the back, because it is basically what this book means to me, and it goes, is about karma. Such a blessing it is when the wrongdoing of others somehow lead you in the right direction. There's no better karma than them seeing you shed light from the darkness that they've left you in, which is basically after the heartbreak and everything was left in darkness. And this is my karma of me shining the light from my darkness.
So are you truly healed and recovered from that experience?
Still healing, I would say.
Still healing.
Still healing. is a ongoing process. Yeah. It takes a lot of patience and everything as well.
Wonderful chatting with you. Best of luck and congratulations and happy birthday in advance.
Thanks very much.
We take a short break. We'll return with much more. Stay tuned.